What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously here once again. I am here to do my Week 3 college football predictions. Now, with Week 2 in the books, we are now into Week 3 of the college football season. So I'm extremely excited to do my Week 3 college football predictions for you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record in Week 2 was fantastic. We went 29-10, so we're coming in hot, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So over this video, we will continue the winning ways. We are currently on a 2-week winning streak. Hoping this video, we make it 3 weeks in a row. Hopefully. Now, this is the first video of a combined 2-video day on the channel today, guys. So, hope you guys are able to watch this video and all the fantastic videos we got on deck on the channel in the month of September this year. And as always, show your support on the channel as always, guys, by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, and commenting your picks, your opinions, and representing your college football teams in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, guys, as a first-time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, big to go. And if you're a huge fan of college football like myself, and you're ready for Week 3 of the college football season. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is just two. Woo woo! Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into my Week 3 college football predictions. Let's begin first with the games that will happen on Friday, starting off with a huge ACC Atlantic rivalry showdown between the Florida State Seminoles heading to Louisville, Kentucky to face the Louisville Cardinals. Now, this is the 23rd meeting between Florida State and Louisville. Florida State leads the all-time series 16-6. Now, the Cardinals have won the last 2 meetings over the Seminoles back in 2020 and last year, and the Seminoles are looking to defeat the Cardinals for the first time since 2019. Now, starting off with the Seminoles first, they're coming off their victory on Monday night in Week 1, defeating the LSU Tigers. And I know one of my favorite announcers in wrestling right now, Kevin Kelly, who is a die-hard Florida State Seminoles fan, is looking to see his Seminoles continue the winning ways and get it done here on the road on Friday night. There is the idea of the Louisville Cardinals coming off their victory on Friday night last week over UCF, and Malik Cunningham is looking to continue the winning ways and make it 2 for 2 on Fridays with a victory at home. So coming from me in this huge ACC Atlantic rivalry showdown on Friday night, ooh, this one's going to be good. But coming from me, I am going to go with the Florida State Seminoles to get it done on the road and defeat the Louisville Cardinals in a banger. And now the next matchup on Friday night. It is a Mountain West Conference Mountain rivalry showdown between the Air Force Academy Falcons heading to Laramie, Wyoming to face the Wyoming Cowboys. Now, this is the 60th meeting between the Air Force Academy and Wyoming. The Air Force Academy leads the all-time series 30, 26, and 3. Now, the Falcons have won the last 2 meetings over the Cowboys dating back to 2019 and last year, and the Cowboys are looking to defeat the Falcons for the first time since 2018. Now, starting off with the Air Force Academy Falcons, they're coming off their victory over Colorado on Saturday, and the Falcons are looking to continue the winning ways with a victory on the road on Friday night. There is the idea of the Wyoming Cowboys coming off their victory on Saturday over Northern Colorado, and the Cowboys are looking to continue the winning ways and get a victory at home. So coming from me in this Mountain West Conference Mountain rivalry showdown on Friday night, I am going to go with the Air Force Academy Falcons to get it done on the road and defeat the Wyoming Cowboys in a close offensive shootout. And now the Saturday slate, starting off with the battle for the victory bell between the Cincinnati Bearcats heading to Cincinnati to face the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. Now, this is the 126th meeting between Cincinnati and Miami of Ohio. Folks, this series is tied 59, 59, and 7. Now, the Bearcats have won an unprecedented 15 meetings over the Redhawks dating all the way back to 2006, and the Redhawks are looking to finally defeat the Bearcats for the first time since 2005. Now, starting off with the Bearcats first, they're coming off their victory over Kennesaw State on Saturday, and Cincinnati's looking to continue the winning ways and get it done here on the road. There is the idea of the Miami of Ohio Redhawks coming off their victory on Saturday over Robert Morris, and the Redhawks are looking to end their long losing streak against Cincinnati and get it done here at home. So coming from me in this battle for the victory bell between these two Cincinnati squads, I am going to go with the Cincinnati Bearcats to get it done on the road and defeat the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. And now the next matchup between the UConn Huskies heading to Ann Arbor to face the Michigan Wolverines. Now, this is only the 3rd meeting between UConn and Michigan. Now, the Wolverines have won the last 2 meetings over the Huskies dating all the way back to 2010. So the Wolverines have owned this rivalry for 12 years. Now, starting off with UConn, they are coming off their loss on Saturday night to Syracuse, and the Huskies are looking to rebound and bounce back on the road. There is the idea of the Michigan Wolverines coming off their blowout victory over Hawaii on Saturday night, and we're going to find out who's going to be starting quarterback for the Wolverines in this game? Is it going to be Kane McNamara or J.J. McCarthy? And the Wolverines are looking to continue the winning ways and remain undefeated. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with Cade McNamara or J.J. McCarthy and Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the UConn Huskies in a potential blowout. And now the next matchup between the Villanova Wildcats heading to West Point to face the Black Knights of Army. Now Villanova is coming in after their victory over Long Island on Saturday, and the Wildcats are looking to continue the winning ways and get a victory on the road. They're excited of the Black Knights of Army coming off their loss in overtime to the Texas San Antonio Roadrunners on Saturday, and the Army Black Knights are looking desperately to get their first victory of the season and looking to get it here at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Black Knights of Army to get it done at home and get their first victory of the season and defeat the Villanova Wildcats. And our next matchup between the Rutgers Scarlet Knights heading to Philadelphia to face the Temple Owls. Now this is the 37th meeting between Rutgers and Temple. Rutgers leads the all-time series 21-15. Now the Scarlet Knights have won the last 5 meetings over the Owls, dating all the way back to 2003, and the Owls are looking to defeat the Scarlet Knights for the first time since 2002. Now Rutgers is coming in after defeating Wagner on Saturday. They're coming in undefeated, and the Scarlet Knights are looking to continue winning ways with a victory on the road. There is idea of the Temple Owls coming off their victory on Saturday over Lafayette, and the Owls are looking to continue winning ways and get a big victory at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the Temple Owls in a close one. And now the next matchup between the BYU Cougars heading to Eugene, Oregon to face the Oregon Ducks. Now this is only the 7th meeting between BYU and Oregon. The series is tied 3-3. Now the Cougars' last victory over the Ducks, you have to go all the way back to the 2006 Las Vegas Bowl. And the Ducks' last victory over the Cougars, you have to go all the way back to 1990. Now starting off with BYU, they're coming off their double overtime late night Saturday victory over the Baylor Bears, and the Cougars are looking to continue the winning ways and get it done on the road. Their side, you have the Oregon Ducks coming off their victory on Saturday over Eastern Washington, and I know my good friend, the Gamers Goon, who is a die-hard Oregon Ducks fan, is hoping his Ducks can continue the winning ways and get a big victory here at home. So coming from me in this matchup, this one's going to be good, but coming from me, I'm going to go with Bo Nix because Bo knows, and Gamers Goons Oregon Ducks to get it done at home and defeat the BYU Cougars. Quack, quack. And now next matchup between the Cal Golden Bears heading to South Bend to face the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Now this is only the 5th meeting between Cal and Notre Dame. Now the Fighting Irish have won the last 4 meetings over the Golden Bears, dating all the way back to 1959. So the Irish have owned this rivalry for 63 years. Now starting off with Cal, they are coming off their victory on Saturday over UNLV, and Jake Plummer and the Golden Bears are looking to continue winning ways and get a big victory on the road to remain undefeated. Their side, you have the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame coming off their surprising loss to Marshall on Saturday, and the Fighting Irish are desperately looking for their first victory of the season, and they're looking to get it done here at home. So coming from me in this matchup, man, this one's tough. But coming from me, I just cannot see Notre Dame going 0-3 to start the year. So I am going to go with the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame to get it done at home and get their first victory of the season and defeat the Golden Bears of Cal. And now the next matchup between the New Mexico State Aggies heading to Madison, Wisconsin to face the Wisconsin Badgers. Now this is only the 2nd meeting between New Mexico State and Wisconsin. The Badgers won the only meeting over the Aggies all the way back in 1962. So the Badgers have owned this rivalry for 60 years. Now starting off with the Aggies, they are coming off their loss on Saturday night to UTEP, and the Aggies are desperately looking to get their first victory of the season by getting it done here on the road. Their side of the Wisconsin Badgers coming off their loss on Saturday night to Washington State, and the Badgers are looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Wisconsin Badgers to get it done at home and defeat the winless New Mexico State Aggies. And now next matchup between the Ole Miss Rebels heading to Atlanta to face the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech. Now this is the 5th meeting between Ole Miss and Georgia Tech. The series is tied 2-2. Now the Rebels have won the last 2 meetings over the Yellow Jackets, dating all the way back to 1971, and the Yellow Jackets are looking to defeat the Rebels for the first time since the 1953 Sugar Bowl. Now starting off with Ole Miss, they are coming off their victory on Saturday over Central Arkansas, and the Rebels are looking to continue winning ways with a victory on the road. Their side, you have the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets coming off their victory over Western Carolina on Saturday, and the Yellow Jackets are looking to continue winning ways with a victory at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Ole Miss Rebels to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets in a close one. And now next matchup between the Purdue Boilermakers heading to Syracuse, New York to face the Orangemen of Syracuse. Now this is only the second meeting between Purdue and Syracuse. The Boilermakers won the last meeting over the Orangemen all the way back in 2004, so this is the much anticipated rematch. Now starting off with Purdue first, they're coming off their victory over Indiana State on Saturday, and the Boilermakers are looking to continue winning ways with a victory on the road. Their side, you have the Orangemen of Syracuse coming off their victory over UConn on Saturday, and the Orangemen are looking to continue winning ways with a victory at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Orangemen of Syracuse to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Purdue Boilermakers. And now next matchup between the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers heading to Bloomington, Indiana to face the Indiana Hoosiers. Now this is the fifth meeting between Western Kentucky and Indiana. Now the Hoosiers have won the last 4 meetings over the Hilltoppers dating all the way back to 2008. Now starting off with the Hilltoppers first, they're coming off their victory over Hawaii on Saturday, and the Hilltoppers are looking to continue winning ways and get a victory on the road. Their side of the Indiana Hoosiers coming off their victory over Idaho on Saturday, and the Hoosiers are looking to continue winning ways and remain undefeated. So coming from me in this matchup between these two undefeated squads, I am going to go with the Indiana Hoosiers to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. And now next matchup between the Mean Green of North Texas heading to Allegiant Stadium, aka the Death Star, to face the UNLV Rebels. Now this is the sixth meeting between North Texas and UNLV. UNLV leads the all-time series 4-1. Now the Mean Green won the last meeting over the Rebels all the way back in the 2014 Heart of Dallas Bowl, and the Rebels are looking to defeat the Mean Green for the first time since the year 2000. Now starting off with the Mean Green, they're coming off their victory on Saturday over Texas Southern, and the Mean Green are looking to continue winning ways and get a victory on the road. There is the idea of the UNLV Rebels coming off their loss on Saturday to Cal, and the Rebels are looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Mean Green of North Texas to get it done on the road and defeat the UNLV Rebels in a close one. And now the next matchup, in which College Game Day will be at this event this Saturday morning. It is a Sun Belt rivalry showdown between the Troy Trojans heading to Boone, North Carolina to face the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Now this is the 11th meeting between Troy and Appalachian State. Appalachian State leads the all-time series 7-3. Now the Mountaineers have won the last 4 meetings over the Trojans dating all the way back to 2018, and the Trojans are looking to defeat the Mountaineers for the first time since 2016. Now starting off with the Troy Trojans first, they're coming off their victory over Alabama A&M on Saturday, and the Trojans are looking to get a big win on the road against their hated Sun Belt rival. Their side of the Appalachian State Mountaineers coming off their huge upset in week 2 of the college football season, defeating Texas A&M on Saturday, and the Mountaineers are looking to continue winning ways and get a big victory at home. So coming from me in this Sun Belt rivalry showdown where College Game Day will be at this Saturday morning on ESPN, ooh, this one's going to be good. And I did not see Appalachian State beating Texas A&M last week, and that was a huge upset in week 2. But coming from me, I am going to go with the Appalachian State Mountaineers to get it done at home and defeat the Troy Trojans. And now next matchup between the Toledo Rockets heading to Columbus, Ohio to face the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now this is only the 4th meeting between Toledo and Ohio State. The Buckeyes have won the last 3 meetings over the Rockets dating all the way back to 1998. So the Buckeyes have owned this rivalry for 24 years. Now starting off with Toledo first, they're coming off their victory over UMass on Saturday. They're coming in undefeated, and the Rockets are looking to continue winning ways and get a big victory on the road. There is the idea of the Ohio State Buckeyes coming off their victory over Arkansas State on Saturday, and the Buckeyes are looking to continue winning ways and remain undefeated. So coming from me in this matchup between 2 Ohio squads, I am going to go with C.J. Stroud and the Ohio State Buckeyes to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Toledo Rockets. OHIO. And now next matchup between the University of Tennessee Martin Skyhawks heading to the Smurf Turf in Boise, Idaho to face my Boise State Broncos. Now UT Martin's coming off their victory on Thursday over Western Illinois, and the Skyhawks are looking to get a big victory on the road. Their side, you have my Boise State Broncos coming off their big victory on Friday night over New Mexico, and my Broncos are looking to continue winning ways and get a big victory at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with Hank Bachmeier and my Boise State Broncos to get it done at home and defeat the University of Tennessee Martin Skyhawks in a potential blowout. And now next matchup, it is an SEC West rivalry showdown between the Mississippi State Bulldogs heading to Death Valley and Baton Rouge to face the LSU Tigers. Now this is the 116th meeting between Mississippi State and LSU. LSU leads the all-time series 76, 36, and 3. Now the Tigers won last year's meeting over the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs are looking to defeat the Tigers for the first time in 2 years. Now starting off with Mississippi State first, they're coming off their victory on Saturday night over Arizona. They're coming in undefeated at 2-0, and the Bulldogs are looking to continue winning ways and get a big victory on the road against an SEC West rival. Their side, you have the LSU Tigers coming off their victory on Saturday over Southern, and Brian Kelly is looking to continue the winning ways and get a big victory at home. So coming from me in this SEC West rivalry showdown, this one should be good, but I am going to go with Brian Kelly and the LSU Tigers to get it done at home and defeat the Mississippi State Bulldogs in a close offensive shootout. Go Tigers! And now next matchup between the Kansas Jayhawks heading to Houston, Texas to face the Houston Cougars. Now this is the 4th meeting between Kansas and Houston. The Jayhawks have won the last 3 meetings over the Cougars dating all the way back to 1994. So the Jayhawks have owned this rivalry for 28 years. Now starting off with Kansas, they are coming off their late night overtime victory over West Virginia on Saturday. They're coming in undefeated, and the Jayhawks are looking to continue the winning ways and get it done here on the road. Their side, you have the Houston Cougars coming off their heartbreaking double overtime loss to Texas Tech on Saturday, and the Cougars are looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this matchup, who would have thought Kansas is undefeated this season? Who would have thought? So coming from me, I am going to go with the Houston Cougars to rebound and bounce back at home and defeat the Kansas Jayhawks in a shootout. And now next matchup between the Ohio Bobcats heading to Ames, Iowa to face the Iowa State Cyclones. Now this is the 8th meeting between Ohio and Iowa State. Now the Cyclones have won the last 7 meetings over the Bobcats dating all the way back to 1962. So the Cyclones have owned this rivalry for 60 years. Now starting off with Ohio first, they're coming off their loss to Penn State on Saturday, and the Bobcats are looking to rebound and bounce back on the road. Their side, you have the Iowa State Cyclones coming off their victory in the Cy-Hawk Trophy game, defeating their rival Iowa 10-7 on Saturday, and the Iowa State Cyclones are looking to continue winning ways and remain undefeated. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Iowa State Cyclones to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Ohio Bobcats. And now the next matchup, and I feel like this matchup is going to be good. One of the big games in week 3 of the college football season between the Penn State Nittany Lions heading to Jordan-Hare to face the Auburn Tigers. Now this is the 4th meeting between Penn State and Auburn. Penn State leads the all-time series 2-1. Now the Nittany Lions won last year's meeting over the Tigers, and the Tigers are looking to defeat the Nittany Lions for the first time since the 2003 Capital One Bowl. Now starting off with Penn State first, they're coming off their victory on Saturday over Ohio. They're coming in undefeated at 2-0. And the Nittany Lions are looking to continue winning ways and get it done here on the road. There is a you have the Auburn Tigers coming off their victory on Saturday night over San Jose State, and the Tigers are looking to continue winning ways and also try to remain undefeated. So coming from me in a huge matchup in week 3 of the college football season, this one should be good. I mean, 2 fantastic quarterbacks, Sean Clifford for Penn State, TJ Finley for Auburn, or is it JT Finley? One of those 2. It's my initials, so it's got to be one of the 2. But this one should be good when it comes to the quarterback showdown. But coming from me, I am going to go with Sean Clifford and the Nittany Lions of Penn State to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the Auburn Tigers in a close one. We are Penn State. And now next matchup between the Texas Tech Red Raiders heading to Raleigh, North Carolina to face the North Carolina State Wolfpack. Now this is the 6th meeting between Texas Tech and NC State. NC State leads the all-time series 4-1. Now the Wolfpack have won the last 4 meetings over the Red Raiders dating all the way back to 1992, and the Red Raiders are looking to finally defeat the Wolfpack for the first time in over 70 long years, 1952. Now starting off with the Red Raiders are coming off their double overtime victory on Saturday over Houston, and the Red Raiders are looking to continue winning ways and get it done on the road and remain undefeated. So coming, then on the other side you have the North Carolina State Wolfpack coming off their victory over Charleston Southern on Saturday. They are also coming in at undefeated 2-0, and the Wolfpack are looking to get it done here at home. So coming from me in this huge showdown between these 2 undefeated squads, ooh, this one's going to be a good one. But coming from me, I am going to go with the Wolfpack of North Carolina State to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Texas Tech Red Raiders in a close offensive shootout. And now next matchup between the Akron Zips heading to Knoxville, Tennessee to face the Tennessee Volunteers. Now this is only the third meeting between Akron and Tennessee. The Volunteers have won the last two meetings over the Zips, dating all the way back to my birthday, 1989. So the Volunteers have owned this rivalry for 33 years. Now starting off with Akron, they are coming off their loss to Michigan State on Saturday, and the Zips are looking to rebound and bounce back on the road. Their other side, you have the Volunteers of Tennessee coming off their overtime victory over Pitt on Saturday on the road, and the Volunteers are looking to continue winning ways and get it done at home and remain undefeated. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with Hendon Hooker and the Tennessee Volunteers to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Akron Zips. And now next matchup between the Colorado Buffaloes heading to Minneapolis, Minnesota to face the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Now this is the fifth meeting between Colorado and Minnesota. Colorado leads the all-time series 3-1. Now the Golden Gophers won last year's meeting over the Buffaloes, and the Buffaloes are looking to defeat the Golden Gophers for the first time since 1992, 30 years ago. Now starting off with Colorado, they're coming off their loss on Saturday to the Air Force Academy, and the Buffaloes are desperately looking for their first victory of the season, and they're looking to get it done here on the road. Their side, you have the Golden Gophers of Minnesota coming off their victory over Western Illinois on Saturday. They are coming in undefeated at 2-0, and the Golden Gophers are looking to continue winning ways and get it done at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Minnesota Golden Gophers to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the winless Colorado Buffaloes. And now next matchup between the Nevada Wolfpack heading to Iowa City, Iowa to face the Iowa Hawkeyes. Now Nevada's coming off their surprising loss to Incarnate World on Saturday, a team that's out of the football championship subdivision, and the Wolfpack are looking to rebound and bounce back on the road. Their side, you have the Iowa Hawkeyes coming off their loss in the Cy-Hawk Trophy game, losing to the Iowa State Cyclones, only scoring 7 points in that game, and the Hawkeyes are desperately looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Iowa Hawkeyes to rebound and bounce back at home and defeat the Nevada Wolfpack. And our next matchup between the Tulane Green Wave heading to Manhattan, Kansas to face the Kansas State Wildcats. Now this is only the second meeting between Tulane and Kansas State. The Green Wave won the last meeting over the Wildcats all the way back in 1988. So this is the much anticipated rematch. Now starting off with Tulane first, they're coming off their victory on Saturday over Alcorn State. They're coming in undefeated, and the Green Wave are looking to get a big victory on the road. There is the idea of the Kansas State Wildcats coming off their victory over Missouri on Saturday, and the Wildcats are also coming in undefeated, looking to continue the winning ways and get it done at home. So coming from me in this matchup between these two undefeated squads, I am going to go with Adrian Martinez, and in my opinion, the best running back in college football right now, Deuce Vaughn and the Kansas State Wildcats to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Tulane Green Wave in a shootout. And our next matchup between the South Florida Bulls heading to the Swamp in Gainesville, Florida to face the Florida Gators. Now this is only the third meeting between USF and Florida. Now the Gators have won the last two meetings over the Bulls dating all the way back to 2010. So the Gators have owned this rivalry so far. Now starting off with South Florida, they're coming off their victory over Howard on Saturday, and the Bulls are looking to get it done here on the road. There is idea of the Florida Gators coming off their loss on Saturday night, losing to Kentucky, and the Gators are looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this battle between these two Florida squads, I am going to go with Anthony Richardson and the Florida Gators to rebound and bounce back at home and defeat the USF Bulls. Chomp, chomp. And now next matchup between the Texas San Antonio Roadrunners heading to Austin to face our hated rivals, the Texas Longhorns. Now the Roadrunners are coming off their victory in overtime over Army on Saturday, and the Roadrunners are looking to continue winning ways to get a big victory on the road. Their side, you have our hated rivals, the Texas Longhorns, coming off their heartbreaking loss to the Alabama Crimson Tide on Saturday. The score was 20-19. They fell short by 1 point, but I got to give Texas a hell of a lot of credit. They brought it to Alabama. They did have 5 field goals in that game, and when you play Alabama, you're not going to win with 5 field goals. You're going to have to win with touchdowns, and you're going to have to outscore them. But I got a hell of a lot of respect for the Texas Longhorns giving Alabama a run for their money only in week 2. And the Longhorns are looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with Steve Sarkisian, Bijan Robinson, and our hated rivals, the Texas Longhorns, to rebound and bounce back on the road and defeat the Texas San Antonio Roadrunners. Hook 'em. And now next matchup between the Pittsburgh Panthers heading to Kalamazoo, Michigan to face the Western Michigan Broncos. Now this is only the second meeting between Pitt and Western Michigan. The Broncos won the last meeting over the Panthers last year, so this is the much anticipated rematch. Now, starting off with Pittsburgh first, they're coming off their heartbreaking overtime loss on Saturday at home, losing to Tennessee, and the Panthers are looking to rebound and bounce back on the road. Their side of the Western Michigan Broncos coming off their victory over Ball State on Saturday, and the Broncos are looking to get a big victory at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I'm going to go with Slovis and the Pitt Panthers to get rebound and bounce back on the road and defeat the Western Michigan Broncos in a close one. And now next matchup between the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs heading to Death Valley to face the Clemson Tigers. Now this is the fourth meeting between La Tech and Clemson. The Tigers have won the last 3 meetings over the Bulldogs, dating all the way back to 2001. So the Tigers have owned this rivalry for 21 years. Now starting off with La Tech, they're coming off their victory on Saturday over Stephen F. Austin, and the Bulldogs are looking to get a huge victory on the road. There's the idea of the Clemson Tigers coming off their victory on Saturday over Furman, and Dabo Swinney and the boys are looking to continue winning ways and get it done at home and remain undefeated. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the La Tech Bulldogs. And now next matchup between the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns heading to Houston to face the Rice Owls. Now this is the 6th meeting between Louisiana and Rice. Louisiana leads the all-time series 3-2. Now the Ragin' Cajuns have won the last 2 meetings over the Owls, dating all the way back to 1988 and 1989, and the Owls are looking to defeat the Ragin' Cajuns for the first time, folks, since 1983, 39 years ago. Now starting off with the Ragin' Cajuns of Louisiana, they're coming off their victory over Eastern Michigan on Saturday, and the Ragin' Cajuns are looking to continue winning ways and remain undefeated. There is the idea of the Rice Owls coming off their victory over McNeese State on Saturday, and the Owls are looking to continue winning ways and get a victory at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the Rice Owls. And now next matchup between the Central Florida Knights heading to Boca Raton, Florida to face the Florida Atlantic Owls. Now this is the 4th meeting between UCF and Florida Atlantic. Now the Knights have won the last 3 meetings over the Owls, dating all the way back to 2003. Now starting off with the Central Florida Knights are coming off their loss on Friday to Louisville. And I know my good friend Scott Weeks in Sports, who is a die-hard UCF Knights fan, is hopeful his Knights can rebound and bounce back on the road. There is the idea of the Florida Atlantic Owls coming off their victory over Southeastern Louisiana on Saturday, and the Owls are looking to continue winning ways and get a victory at home. So coming from me in this matchup between these 2 Florida squads, I'm going to go with my good friend Scott Weeks in Sports and his UCF Knights to rebound and bounce back on the road and defeat the Florida Atlantic Owls. And now next matchup between the Buffalo Bulls heading to Conway, South Carolina to face the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Now this is only the 2nd meeting between Buffalo and Coastal Carolina. The Chanticleers won the last meeting over the Bulls last year, so this is the much anticipated rematch. Now starting off with Buffalo first, they are coming off their loss to Holy Cross on Saturday, another football championship subdivision team, and the Bulls are desperately looking for their first victory of the season, and they're looking to get it done here on the road. There is the idea of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers coming off their victory over Garden Webb on Saturday, and the Chanticleers are looking to continue winning ways and get it done at home and remain undefeated. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the winless Buffalo Bulls. And now the next matchup, and I feel like this is another big game in week number 3 of the college football season between the Michigan State Spartans heading to Seattle, Washington to face the Washington Huskies. Now this is only the 4th meeting between Michigan State and Washington. Washington leads the all-time series 2-1. Now the Huskies have won the last 2 meetings over Sparty, dating all the way back to 1970, and their last meeting all the way back in 1997. And Sparty's looking to defeat the Huskies for the first time, folks, since 1969. 53 years ago. Now, both teams are coming off very good week 2s. Both teams are coming in undefeated. Michigan beating Akron on Saturday. Washington beating Portland State on Saturday. So, this is going to be definitely a big matchup to see who will remain undefeated. So, coming from me in this huge matchup between these 2 undefeated squads, one of the big games in week number 3 of the college football season. Ooh, man, this one's a tough pick, but I am going to go with Peyton Thorne and the Michigan State Spartans to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the Washington Huskies in a close offensive banger. And our next matchup between the undefeated Liberty Flames heading to Winston-Salem, North Carolina to face the undefeated Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Now this is only the third meeting between Liberty and Wake Forest. The Demon Deacons have won the last 2 meetings over the Flames dating all the way back to 2006. So the Demon Deacons have owned this rivalry for 16 years. Now Liberty is coming off their victory on Saturday over UAB, and the Flames are looking to continue winning ways and remain undefeated. They're excited to have the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest coming off their big victory over Vanderbilt on Saturday, and it was also the return of their star quarterback Sam Hartman, who was out for most of the year last year with blood clots, but he made his miraculous return this past Saturday with 4 big touchdowns against Vanderbilt, and the Demon Deacons are looking to continue winning ways and get it done at home. So coming from me in this matchup between these 2 undefeated squads, I am going to go with Sam Hartman and the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Liberty Flames in a shootout. And our next matchup between the Colorado State Rams heading to Pullman, Washington to face the Washington State Cougars. Now this is only the second meeting between Colorado State and Washington State. Now the Rams won the last meeting over the Cougars all the way back at the 2013 New Mexico Bowl. So the Rams have owned this rivalry for 9 years. Now starting off with Colorado State first, they're coming off their loss to Middle Tennessee on Saturday, and the Rams are desperately looking for their first victory of the season, and they're looking to get it done on the road. They're excited to have the Washington State Cougars coming off their huge Week 2 upset over the Wisconsin Badgers on Saturday. They're coming in undefeated, and the Cougars are looking to continue winning ways and get a big victory at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Washington State Cougars to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the winless Colorado State Rams in a shootout. And our next matchup between the Louisiana Monroe Warhawks heading to Tuscaloosa to face the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now this is only the third meeting between Louisiana Monroe and Alabama. The series is tied 1-1. Now Alabama won the last meeting over the Warhawks all the way back in 2015, and the Warhawks are looking to defeat the Crimson Tide for the first time since 2007. Now Louisiana Monroe is coming off their victory on Saturday over Nicholls State, and the Warhawks are looking to pull off another huge upset by defeating the Crimson Tide on the road. They're excited to have the Alabama Crimson Tide coming off their close upset on Saturday, beating Texas 20-19. Nobody thought Texas was going to give Alabama such a hard time, but Alabama found a way to get it done in the clutch, just like Nick Saban has done all of his career, and the Crimson Tide are looking to get it done here at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with Nick Saban, Bryce Young, and the Alabama Crimson Tide to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Louisiana Monroe Warhawks in a blowout. Roll Tide! And now the next matchup between the San Diego State Aztecs heading to Salt Lake City, Utah to face the Utah Utes. Now this is the 32nd meeting between San Diego State and Utah. Utah leads the all-time series 17-13-1. Now the Aztecs won last year's meeting over the Utes, and the Utes are looking to defeat the Aztecs for the first time since 2010. Now starting off with the Aztecs first, they're coming off their victory over Idaho State on Saturday, and the Aztecs are looking to continue winning ways and get a victory on the road. They're excited to have the Utah Utes coming off their victory over Southern Utah on Saturday, and the Utes are looking to continue winning ways and get it done at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with Cameron Rising and the Utah Utes to get it done at home and defeat the San Diego State Aztecs. And now the next matchup, and this is the matchup I'm excited for because it is a battle between 2 Big 12 teams that used to be huge rivals, now facing each other here between my Oklahoma Sooners heading to Lincoln to face the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Now this is the 88th meeting between Oklahoma and Nebraska. OU leads the old-time series 46-38-3. Now my Sooners have won the last 2 meetings over the Cornhuskers, and the Cornhuskers are looking to defeat my Sooners for the first time since 2009. Now starting off with Oklahoma, they are coming off their victory over Kent State on Saturday. Dylan Gabriel had another big game for us, and my Sooners are looking to continue winning ways and get it done here on the road. They're excited to have the Nebraska Cornhuskers coming off another surprising loss, losing to Georgia Southern on Saturday. And for me, this has got to be Scott Frost's last year, because if the Cornhuskers don't have a winning season this year, I would not be shocked Nebraska gets rid of Scott Frost, because this school demands wins. They don't demand little this college, Nebraska. They expect to win. They don't expect to have losing seasons year after year after year. And they brought Scott Frost in to turn the team around ever since he left UCF. And really, he has not done that. And for me, if they don't have a winning season this year, don't be surprised Scott Frost is gone next season. But the Cornhuskers are looking to turn their season around by getting a huge victory at home. So coming from me in this huge showdown between these two former Big 12 rivals, you guys already know I'm going with Dylan Gabriel, Brett Venables, and my Oklahoma Sooners to get it done on the road and defeat Scott Frost's Nebraska Cornhuskers. Boomer damn Sooner. And now next matchup. It is an SEC showdown between the reigning national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs, heading to Columbia, South Carolina to face the South Carolina Gamecocks. Now this is the 75th meeting between Georgia and South Carolina. Georgia leads the all-time series 53-19-2. Now the Bulldogs have won the last two meetings over the Gamecocks, and the Gamecocks are looking to defeat the Bulldogs for the first time since 2019. Now Georgia's coming off their victory over Samford in the Battle of the Bulldogs on Saturday, and the reigning national champions are looking to continue the winning ways and get it done here on the road. There is the idea of the South Carolina Gamecocks coming off their loss to Arkansas on Saturday, and the Gamecocks are looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this SEC rivalry, this one's going to be really good. Two fantastic quarterbacks. Stetson Bennett for Georgia, Spencer Rattler, the former Oklahoma Sooner, for South Carolina. This one's going to be good when it comes to the quarterback showdown. But coming from me, I am going to go with Stetson Bennett and the reigning national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs, to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the South Carolina Gamecocks in a big-time shootout. And now the next matchup between the Miami Hurricanes, a.k.a. the U, heading to College Station, Texas, to face the Texas A&M Aggies. Now, this is the fourth meeting between Miami and Texas A&M. The U leads the all-time series 2-1. Now, the Hurricanes have won the last two meetings over the Aggies, dating all the way back to 2007, and the Aggies are looking to defeat the Hurricanes for the first time, folks, since 1944, 78 years ago. Now, starting off with the Hurricanes, they're coming off their victory over Southern Miss on Saturday, and the Hurricanes are looking to continue winning ways and get a huge victory on the road. Their side, you have the Texas A&M Aggies coming off their surprising loss in Week 2, losing to Appalachian State at home on Saturday, and the Aggies are looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So, coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with Tyler Van Dyke and the U to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the Texas A&M Aggies in a shootout. And now next matchup between the Vanderbilt Commodores heading to DeKalb, Illinois to face the Northern Illinois Huskies. Now this is the fifth meeting between Vanderbilt and Northern Illinois. Now the Commodores have won the last four meetings over the Huskies dating all the way back to 1994. So the Commodores have owned this rivalry for 28 years. Now starting off with Vanderbilt, they're coming off their loss on Saturday to Wake Forest, and the Commodores are looking to rebound and bounce back on the road. There is the idea of the Northern Illinois Huskies coming off their loss on Saturday to Tulsa, and the Huskies are looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Vanderbilt Commodores to rebound and bounce back on the road and defeat the Northern Illinois Huskies. And now the next matchup between the UTEP Miners heading to Albuquerque, New Mexico to face the New Mexico Lobos. Now this is the 80th meeting between UTEP and New Mexico. New Mexico leads the all-time series 33-3. Now the Miners have won the last two meetings over the Lobos, and the Lobos are looking to defeat the Miners for the first time since 2013. Now UTEP is coming off their victory over New Mexico's hated rival, New Mexico State, on Saturday, and the Miners are looking to continue winning ways and get a victory on the road. There is idea of the New Mexico Lobos coming off their loss on Friday to my Boise State Broncos, and the Lobos are looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the New Mexico Lobos to rebound and bounce back at home and defeat the UTEP Miners in a close one. And now the final two picks in my Week 3 college football predictions. Starting off with a huge showdown between the undefeated SMU Mustangs heading to College Park, Maryland to face the undefeated Maryland Terrapins. Now this is only the third meeting between SMU and Maryland. Now the Terrapins have won the last two meetings over the Mustangs dating all the way back to 1961. So the Terps have owned this rivalry for 61 years. Now both teams are coming off very good Week 2s. SMU coming off their victory over Lamar on Saturday. Maryland their victory over Charlotte on Saturday. So this one's going to be a good one. So coming from me in this matchup between these two undefeated squads, this one's going to be good with the quarterback showdown because you got Tanner Mordecai out of SMU facing off against Tua Tagovailoa's brother, Tallulah Tagovailoa, playing for Maryland. So you know this one's going to be good when it comes to the quarterback showdown. But coming from me, I am going to go with Tallulah Tagovailoa and the Maryland Terrapins to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat Tanner Mordecai's SMU Mustangs in a shootout. And now the final matchup in week 3, it is a showdown between my city's Fresno State Bulldogs heading to the LA Coliseum to face the USC Trojans. Now this is the 5th meeting between Fresno State and USC. USC leads the old-time series 3-1. Now the Trojans have won the last 3 meetings over the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs are looking to defeat the Trojans for the first time since the 1992 Freedom Bowl, 30 long years ago. Now starting off with the Fresno State Bulldogs, are coming off their late-night loss, losing by 3 points to the Oregon State Beavers on Saturday, and the Bulldogs are looking to rebound and bounce back on the road. Their side, you have the USC Trojans coming off their statement victory on Saturday, defeating the Stanford Cardinals. Caleb Williams had a big game with 4 touchdowns, and I'm telling you folks, this USC Trojans team is good. When you got Lincoln Riley running the show with Caleb Williams, this is a duo that you're going to be fearing in the Pac-12. And the Trojans are looking to continue the winning ways and get it done at home. So coming from me in the final pick in my Week 3 college football predictions, even though I do live in Fresno, this is Fresno State's biggest game of the season. It's Jed Tedford versus Lincoln Riley. But coming from me, I am going to go with Lincoln Riley, Caleb Williams, and the USC Trojans to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Fresno State Bulldogs in a potential blowout. And those are my Week 3 college football predictions. Now, I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below. Who do you see winning in week number 3 of the college football season? Do you see any upsets happening this week? We nearly had 3 upsets. We had about 2 or 3 upsets last week, but how many upsets do you see happening this week? And as always, represent your college football teams in the comment section. Even if they're having a rough year or having a great year, still represent them in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course, reply right back to you, because comments and your opinions are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching my Week 3 college football predictions. Again, thank you guys so very much for the overwhelming support we got last week on the channel for college football predictions, and hopefully it will continue going. Hopefully it will continue going into this week. Now, before you guys go, as always, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. We're over 1,000 subscribers on the channel, folks. Again, thank you guys so very much for all your support. Truly blessed you guys have, truly blessed to have you guys part of this family, this dangerous alliance. And if you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, what are you guys waiting for? If you're a fan of professional wrestling, when it comes to New Japan Pro Wrestling, All Elite Wrestling, WWE, and Ring of Honor, and if you're a fan of professional sports when it comes to the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball, college football, and the NFL, super kick that subscribe button, folks. It's free, and you become part of this bigger, dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys later today for my Week 2 NFL predictions. Later days, guys, and peace.